Maybe if I add myself to the stream, that'll work. He said we'll be waiting 20 plus minutes. I'm random. Let me see. What's the title? Random Dirty South Test. It's been a minute since I've done a stream yard, and I was contemplating. Let me get on here and see how my connection is. So, Andy, hope you've been doing well, brother. Um, I don't even have no topics, but I am just gonna shoot off the top of my head. I forgot to put the correct image up on the live stream on the YouTube side. So, Jag1 Kingpin, what's up, brother? Um, so what man, I've been looking at forums and stuff and sites and um my I ain't gonna say my issue, but I've been thinking when all of this is over, as reloaders, we Chris, what's going on, brother? As reloaders, we stockpile supplies. K24, hey brother. We stockpile supplies. And the normal folk look at us as preppers or hoarders. Call it what you want to call it. A lot of us now are not we're not hurting for ammo. And that's not to brag or nothing like that. It's just like some people get it, some people see it before it happens. And he said, oh no, Chico been thanking me. I thank a lot sometimes to myself. Elster, what's going on, brother? But what I was thinking about, man, like for real, I've been on some sites that's not well known, but these people were talking about primers are coming back in stock like the end of October or the first couple weeks of November. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather too. If you got little kids and they've been in school that time of the season. But I seen a site, they was like selling, I guess, primers for double the price of what we normally would get them for. So my question is, let's say if you didn't have no primers, because I've got primers, just never enough. Are you willing to pay that extra for primers? Personally, I am not, especially if I'm sitting on at least, let's just say 5,000 conservatively. But I'm not willing to pay, for 1,000 primers. I'm not willing to pay $70. That's my limit. My limit, I might pay 50, but not when I was getting them for 29 or 39. I'm not paying $70, $60 for primers, 1,000 of them. So, and I know all of that has to do with the current situation, the elections coming up and stuff like that, and a lot of companies that I don't want to say gouging, but some of them are, but some of them are just capitalizing. I understand the theory of supply and demand. That's why when I got into reloading, before I even got into reloading, I started buying supplies because I remember 2012 to 2015, it was rough with 22 ammo. So Elster's out there. He said, keep the freedom rolling, bud. It looking good. Smash the thumbs up button. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, I haven't done a live stream in a minute. So when I hit test, I started thinking, I said, I wonder if it's giving anybody a notification. So, but yeah. Right, Chris. Chris 338 says $50 limit right now. Yeah, I mean, that's probably my max, but I don't even want to go that high. But it's a company. I don't know the name of the company. There was some primers that came out. I want to say probably 6 months. No, not 6 months because we're in the 10th month. Maybe last year. I remember them. They were like Una something. I don't remember the name of them, but I seen them on Discord, and it was like 5,000 for like $120. 5,000 primers. But because I wasn't familiar with the company or the manufacturer of them, I was like, I wasn't doing it. But those same primers would be a company sell them for like $70 for 1,000. And he said, I've always loaded way more than I need to with over 50,000 primers on the shelf and 5K of everything I'm about to shoot for. Yeah. So then what I'm thinking about, especially for people who's close to me, when all of this hopefully comes back down, y'all know how it does every 4 years, whatever. So Everybody's buying guns. That's another thing. When all this is over, it's gonna be some nice guns out here on the market that people are not gonna, either they're not gonna be able to find the ammo for, afford the ammo, or they just gonna get rid of the gun because they're like, I don't need the gun. Everything's better. That's when I'm gonna strike and find me an old Smith and Wesson. But like some of my Georgia brothers, that's down here close to me, or sisters that reload, I'm thinking we need to pool our money together and get like a lot of primers. Chris said, yeah, I was used to, yeah, $36. I remember, like the main stores, Academy, and I could find them at my local gun stores, but now I can't even, so I'm not even traveling to see that stuff. I'm looking for other stuff, it's certain sites that, like I said, they not necessarily gouging, maybe, but they are capitalizing on the supply demand, and they've got every right to. We live in America, capitalism. I don't see no problem with that, supply and demand. But I've seen some that's just ridiculous, like forums. Guys selling 1,000 primers for $100, and I'm like, you gotta be hurting. You gotta be real bad if you buying one of these, a brick, for $100, and I couldn't do it. Edward Petty, hey brother. And he said, I want to do some casting today, but after checking my stash, I have more than enough casted. So zinc wise, I have to make some more, a little low. Yeah, I was gonna cast today myself, but let's see, what's today? Wednesday. So Monday, my son, he came down with a cold in school. My son just started back school 2 weeks ago. Thank God, that the superintendent down here where I'm at, they kind of allowed them, they allowed us the option back. So prior to that, I was out of work, and that just comes with being a single parent and stuff. So but the school called me, they was like, he's not feeling well, and I'm like, he got a fever? They was like, no. I was like, well, what's wrong? They was like, well, he said he don't feel good. I said, you sure he ain't got a fever? They was like, nope. And I was like, all right, I'll pick him up when I get off. Like if unless he throwing up, I understand. I go to work sometimes when I'm sick, like runny nose or head cold. But I called the teacher and I was like, look, if he was sick, feverish, I wouldn't have sent him because I know that's gonna make y'all uncomfortable, and I'm gonna have to come get him anyway. So, but we in the season of sick, you know what I mean? The weather has changed down here a little bit, so my son's wearing shorts. In the morning when he gets on the bus, it's cold outside. When I pick him up, it's 70 degrees. So, but yeah, back with the primers and stuff, I think a lot of my fellow reloaders in Georgia, I'm gonna see if we can probably, whenever that price hopefully comes back down to where it used to be. Normally everything you buy in bulk, so try to like pool our money together and buy like 50,000 plus, and to some like Andy, he said he got 50,000 primers sitting right now. Some people say that that's not enough, but I would never. I know I got enough powder. I got endless bullets almost. You know what I mean? I can always make bullets. That's a good thing about being a caster. 6-shooter Texan, hey brother, and Edward Petty. So, but the primers, when you think about it, I've had people who know I reload, like say some friends and like my barber and stuff like that. They want me to sell a memo because they can't find any, and I'm like, man, if the components wasn't hard to get right now, I wouldn't have a problem. But what I have done, because I don't want to be like a horrible Second Amendment advocate and tell people to stay armed and stuff like that. I have sold them ammo that I have that's factory ammo, but I told them before, hey, before all this happened, Alaska one Andy, hey brother, Fuzz T Fork. But I told them before, hey, look, if you go buy some primers, don't worry about the brass, and you give me a little money for some of these projectiles I got, not even close what you'll spend at a store. You can come over here and I'll show you how to reload. I'll let you do your own, you know what I mean? So that you can experience that. And that was last year. And you know what people were saying? Nah, I'm good. I'd rather just buy it factory. But now, people can't, they're fighting like damn toilet paper. It's like ammo. 9mm, the 2 popular calibers, 9mm, 223 or 5.56. It's gone everywhere. And if it is available, people are making good money on it. Hey, V-Board, excuse me. Sorry. Y'all ain't never seen a live stream of me digging in my nose. Excuse me. It's running. So yeah. V-Borg, Fuzz T Fork, Alaska One Andy, Elsters. I know Elsters got plenty of primers. What's you guys' limit? Like, say if you were out of primers or coming close to primers, like what's your dollar amount limit? And I know that's random as hell, my live streams, but I was thinking like, man, what is my limit? $50? That's like pushing it, you know. So, like I said, luckily I'm sitting at least on 5,000 small pistol primers. So, but let's see who else is out there. I would say this is coffee, but it's not. It's tea, ginger tea. So trying to knock this cold out. I was down bad about 2 days ago. That was real bad. So it's breaking up. GGW Reloaded. Sorry I missed you, brother. Hey. Yeah, I know Chris 338. Rawless. Sorry I missed you too, bro. K24. Kingpin. Yeah. So like I said, GGW said $39.95 was the last box I bought. How long ago was that? And Elster said I won't pay over 4 cents a primer, 4.5 cent tops. Yeah, I understand that, man, because Papa's Place. Hey, brother, hope you feeling better, man. I seen your stuff on Facebook. He says 4 cents is my absolute limit of what I'll pay right now for a primer. Yeah. And Fuzz says what some of you won't pay others with. Yes, and see that's what continues to drive the market. You know what I mean, or the supply and demand model, so to speak. So, he said I learned my lesson 2008. Sorry, I can't even say it. It's the Oh, there's your problem. I'm sorry, I was reading that told wrong. He said I learned my problem. I learned my lesson in 2008. After that, I stocked up when I could. Everyone laughed at me for casting and loading 9mm. 2013 had them asking for help. Yeah. Big E, hey brother. He said when I stop somewhere, they have some. I get a few BR4s at 7 bench press primers at 727 a sleeve. Is oh hell no territory. Yeah. It's Elster says, then again, any product is worth what somebody's willing to pay. You know, in the past, I've sold all kind of stuff, and I ain't talking about Second Amendment stuff. But let's say if I had a car for sale, I know the value of that car. I know the market value. I know what I'm willing to let it go for. But people would ask me, hey, what do you really want for that car? I was like, what are you really willing to pay? Because I'm not going to tell you my bottom dollar. That I'm doing myself a disjustice. It's capitalism. So, but I've had instances where I was like, I sell this car at the lowest $1,200, and somebody was like, I'll give you 13, and I'm like, ding. So, but somebody else will say, hey, I'll give you 15. I'm like, sold. Sorry, $1,200. You know what I mean? And I hate to be like that, but it's the way of America. So, yeah, GGW. I think that was Elster's that said, no, that was there's your problem, when he said people was looking at you like you're crazy. People would think you're crazy, and people was telling me that when I started with 9mm. They was like, I won't load 9mm because I can get it cheaper. I can too, but eventually everything that's good kind of comes to an end, or it slows down, or the ebb and flow scenario. So now one thing I'll tell, like, back when people, and I still don't get it about the damn toilet paper. I still don't know what they was doing with it, But when people was freaking out with toilet paper, buying toilet paper, something went off in me. It was like, you might want to start buying some primers. Because I was like, I got powder, Even if it's tight group, I normally mainly tight group, but lately I've been trying sports pistol. I like that. But tight group, you can get economically a lot for your money. So 7,000 grains. I think my load for tight group 9mm 124 pills like 4 or 5 grains max. But I was just like, I need to buy primers and 22 ammo because I can't, my son shoots a lot of 22. I shoot a lot of 22. I've got like 3 or 4 22s. So I'm like, that'll suck if I can't get 22 ammo. So when people was buying toilet paper and fighting over toilet paper, I was buying primers and 22 ammo. So yeah. Big E said, if I found small rifle Magnum or small pistol Magnum, I would pay a bit extra to have them just to make me feel better. But I'm shooting 72C bullets in my 445 Super Mag. Bolt guns about 42 C's. Big E said, I don't shoot 9mm much. Just sitting on the box of 1,000. Yeah. And see, that's crazy. Hey, Tex I can. Yeah, Chris, they said it caused it, but it's a whole bunch of other stuff. And just like I said, man, every 4 years, y'all know I really don't do politics at all, but I know every 4 years they always come up with some BS that that infringes on certain abilities that that we have and stuff like that, and they make it crazy. Fuzz said, please only buy standard calibers, as you can buy ammo from someone. 30-30 can be found any backwoods store in Mexico, Canada, and USA. I agree with that, man. My uncle's got a 30-30 Winchester. Y'all remember when I did the Winchester pumps, the weenie pumps, the gallery guns? I've been trying to get this Winchester 30-30 for my uncle for a couple years now. Haven't really talked about it, but I was like, I want that rifle. And I bought ammo back when I was doing my deal seeking stuff, back when even at Wally, that right there was another thing that stood out to me. When Wally started saying that they were going to stop carrying popular calibers, I don't care what nobody say about them. I was going to buy that ammo because I was like, oh, certain stuff I don't load, like 7.62 by 39, even though I've got a couple cases of that still, Wolf stuff. But if you look at the price of some of that stuff now, and I've got receipts like from 2-3 years ago when I bought cases of this stuff, and even at Walmart, the little 20 round pack or 40 round pack with like Wolf comes in. I mean Tula. People selling that stuff crazy, man. You can almost trade along for some of that stuff. But I've seen 9mm for a case for $800, and I'm like, man, that's crazy. So there's a problem. He says, in 2012, I bought 24 pounds of American Select from Grass for $12 a pound with hazmat just in case. It's been a great all-around powder for pistol and shotguns. Yeah, and I think like that too, and I think a lot of people, reloaders specifically, think about the versatility of certain powders. That's why I started buying stuff like I think Unique is one, and what else? I found some 2400. Big E said something about some what's up, Kyle? That's my Georgia brother. He was talking about Magnum primers. And I went to a pawn shop. I had to travel for it. And this was probably about 2 months ago. They had small pistol primers. They were Magnum. I had to have them. That's just like, I'm not scared to load that in a 9mm. I know the rules, reduce your load and start back over. I'm not gonna put. And some people will argue and say you can still. It's not different. I'm as a reloader, I'm not gonna take those risks. But I know to start back over with my load development. But and they were regular. They were 39 for the and they were federal match on top of that. So. Damn. Excuse me. See, if I was out in the store, people would be like, you got the cold, you got the Rona. So when you sneeze, people like looking at you crazy and stuff. I'm like, man, go on with all that crazy stuff. Chris said, I always leave price stickers on all gun. And yeah, that helps too. Yeah, Fuzz, that's correct, man. But every 4 years, it's always something. But this year is definitely different, man. It's Red October. How you doing, brother? Yeah, this year is definitely different, man. And it's this is how I think. And y'all know I don't talk politics. However it goes in November, it's gonna be a lot of pissed off people. This side, this side. It's however it goes. I've seen analysis and stuff, and they say, "Well, if this happens, then this is gonna happen, and if this happens, then this is gonna happen." As long as they keep that shit over there, excuse my language, but as long as they keep whatever issues they got, from away from my council, so and my family. So Biggie said, "Had the Rona, now not scared of nothing." Yeah, right. And see, a lot of you don't know, I work in the government, so I deal with a lot of the first responders, and a lot of our guys have contracted it, and I'm like, take your car up out of there, man. Take your car away from me, man. So, but it's I've had a cousin that had it because he's got a immune deficiency. He had it, and we were FaceTiming, and he was down bad. And that's my southern lingo for very sick, down bad. And 3 days later, he was working on his truck. So and I know it affects different people. So, but yeah, I told Red that they're gonna be some people gonna be mad. It's to say it's 50% of the people gonna be mad, and 50% is gonna be happy. And I think on both ends of that, it's gonna have adverse consequences, however that may look. But Red October said government service, you get a spot. Yeah. And see, that's the thing that I had the issue because everybody was talking about, when all this first happened, the essential workers. I had a real issue because I'm like, man, I got a young kid. They deal with, I'm dealing with, the first responders working on all their vehicles, police, fire, government workers, detectives. And I'm like, you know how many people are in their cars? But poor conservative. Okay, you kids have fun. Take it easy, brother. I didn't even see him step in here. So Big E said he did have it 4 days of not eating and completely laid out, had a migraine for 9 days, and it kind of passed or something, I would assume. But I'm glad you're better, brother. I've heard some stories about it, but if anyone gets Vanessa Kitty said anyone gets pissed off over the vote, turns out perhaps one should relocate. Now the folks say they want to do. Yeah, but you know what? It's gonna be both sides. Whoever, if somebody's candidate doesn't get in, the other side gonna be pissed off, and then if this candidate gets in, the other side. So it's a lose sort of, not lose, but it's you can't make everyone happy. That's the way of the world. So, but back to these damn primers. See, I done got off on a damn tangent on some other stuff. Since Kyle jumped in here, like I know he's probably Kyle's probably like me in as far as the thinking. I know he's got primers. So, but when all this is over, hopefully we get it back down to 3 cents per primer, even if it takes 6 months. We need to buy a lot. A lot, everything you buy in bulk is normally cheaper. Big E. You know what? I'm very fond of Shooter's World's powders. First time I ever tried some was like my first year in reloading, and I found some at a gun show, and I liked it for the price. So, but I do have some of that major pistol. I got heavy pistol. Actually, I'll show y'all what I got. I did a picture one time. Right, Kyle. Yeah, man. Because you can't make everyone happy. That's the thing. So, William C. Chaplin. Hey, brother, how you doing? And I'm sorry, G23. Sorry, I miss you, brother. But yeah, it's gonna be 2020 has been rough for a lot of people. So, but let me see, I'm at 24. I'm probably gonna stop this at 30 minutes because I didn't have a topic. But y'all can always catch us. Hopefully I'll be on this Friday on our Georgia Shooting Connection live stream. I've been helping my brother out at his shop because his worker kind of just left. Hemi Scrub, hey bro, he said we got some Shooter's World Precision loaded, but haven't got to try it out yet. Chap, I'm doing good, bro. I'm been back at work, and my son's back at school, and he's happy about that because he was missing school, and I was missing school for him because I couldn't be a teacher. I mean, being a parent is hard enough, but being a teacher, because when he was doing his virtual schooling, yeah, it's other kids that have more challenges than him, and I know the struggle that my son goes through. So shout out to all the teachers, salute them, man. That they are very underpaid for what they do. I've got friends who are teachers and their wives are teachers, so I respect them totally. Where's this dang picture? I've been taking a lot of pictures. Haven't been doing any video. There we go. Let's see if that'll show up. Yeah, I got a nice little selection of Shooters World powders. I was buying it when it was cheap, and putting it away. So, Chap said my son is attending school in person as well. He's a senior. Yeah, that's awesome, man. My son is in the 4th grade. Charles Irby, hey sir, how you doing? Yeah, Charles, I'm random. Yeah, for my son, the school thing, oh man, every day he was asking about school, and it's hard to explain to a child. School is closed, son. I don't know what you want me to do. You can get in there on that computer and do school, but I'm glad it opened back up. Vanessa Kitty said some of our schools in region are swinging back online in a couple weeks, yeah. But since you know what, Mr. Irby, what I was supposed to cast today, and I've got to cast some hollow points, and I am trying to perfect my BHN. So I got to play around with it. I know Charles has all these great videos on calculations to get that perfect mushroom. Georgia boy, hey brother. Kyle said I heart heavy pistol powder. Yeah. That's what I need to do here soon. I need to load up some 357 mag and 38 special for my Rossi because I am due. Actually, I'm overdue for a video, some kind of video, a reloading video, a score video. But I stopped putting out score videos because if you put out like an ammo score video, the people who can't find ammo, they're like, you hoarder. So I stopped doing it. It's like I know where to look. That's just, Biggie said it was gonna cast some 45-70 bullets, but just chilling after. Yeah, it's a lot of y'all out there, man. On a Wednesday night, I figured I didn't step on anybody's toes on a Wednesday night, so I just figured I'm random. Y'all know that. So, but I am going to hold up. Red October. He says, question: do you have to put some ammo aside for selling or trading? Oh, I'm sorry. Have you put some ammo aside for selling? Oh, yes. So I'm on the, I think I always think of ammo because if y'all notice, ammo is like the new gold or the new silver right now. And I've got other stuff put away, like batteries and water and stuff like that. I never, the term, in my opinion, the term prepper can have a negative, depending on who hears it. You could be a target, so to speak, but that ain't in nobody's best interest, right? So I always say I prepare. But yeah, I've got ammo put away that I could trade off or sell, Tim Davis, hey brother. So Alaska One Andy. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Sorry, yeah. He's on the way to church. Yeah, that's good. It is Wednesday. Have a great evening. Yes, sir. Chris 338 says he ain't trading nothing. Someone can get. Yeah, that's true. So, but like I was saying with my barber, he had a problem. Like if y'all know, 380 is like it's got to be like platinum right now. If y'all familiar with platinum, like 380 is going off the shelf quick, and it has a very high price tag on it. Just so happen I have a lot of 380 ammo that I've been selling to my barber for not even not even the prices that the store would sell it to them for. You know, like I'm cheaper than what the stores would sell it to him for. And just because I know him, you know, he does cut me and my son's hair, and I know he's in need. So, but then he's one of those people that I was telling last year. I'm like, man, you need to buy him. You need to stop buying a box here. And I understand people's finances, but I was like, I was sending him links like Black Friday. I'm like, look, you need to buy this. Like when you can get 1,000 rounds of 380 for like $175, you need to buy it. He's like, I don't need that much. I'm like, okay, no problem, man. So did G&G step in here? K24, he said, I like the random weekday pop-ups. Charles Irby says, BHN targets are tough to hit. We really need to know what we're blending together. It's contents and ingredients that determine what we get. Yeah. Hey, Tread. Yeah, I'm trying to see. I don't know if I'm lagging or not, but I do know the last time I was on our live stream, I had a serious delay. So I'm going to try to be on here this Friday, but I'm going to use a wired connection because of the delay. Like I would hear my panel members say something and I would start talking, and I guess my audio didn't catch up quick enough. Then they started talking. I'm like, oh, I got to get that fixed. So, 6 Shooter Text say he loaded 1,380. Wow. Plus some factory stuff. Yeah. Thor's Axe, hey brother, man, I'm doing good, man. Getting ready for this week to be over and just kind of doing a random live stream. But for y'all who just jumped in here, because I know everybody else, like, well, I can't ask Thor's Axe because I know his answer. He don't have to buy primers for a long time, I presume. But I was asking, like, what's your limit if you needed primers? Like, what's your money? What's your top dollar that you're willing to pay for 1,000 primers? And I think I was somewhere around the $50 mark. And that's pushing it for me, man. $50 for 1,000 primers, when hopefully in 6 months, we're going to be looking at this like, man, do y'all remember back in 2020 when 9mm ammo was like $1 a round? And people going to be like, yeah. I'm like, man, I found some good deals on some Smith & Wessons when people started selling them guns. So that's what I'm definitely going to try to find me a nice Smith & Wesson or something that people bought. Yeah, Red. Dread says $50. Lead mine. And hey, bro, he says $50. So, yeah. When Chico talks about getting a score, is he talking about primers or women? Both, Fuzz T4. Yeah. And you know what? Another thing, I've had a lot of women, and I've got a lot of women friends that I grew up with and went to school with, and a lot of them have got, just like the rest of the world, they've got into firearms and bought their first firearm, which I think that's awesome. But I don't want to say it took them too long, but I'm like, I tell them now you need to get some training. You know, you need to, because a lot of them have children, you know, and you need to be, you know, people misunderstand being a gun owner. It's a big responsibility, you know. Because guess what? If I have a child, well, I do have a child, but if my child gets to my weapon and hurts himself, I'm liable. So if you have children, familiarize and associate them with them. So you take out the curiosity. I think that's my philosophy on it. That's how my grandparents did us. I think I shot my first gun. Bearded CB, hey brother, I didn't mean to ignore you. Hey Uncle Jim, yeah, just take the curiosity out of their head, and that way, we don't have any accidents, unfortunate accidents. So, G23 says 9mm. Dang, it jumped up quick. Where did it go? Oh, yeah, Kyle, I'm gonna try to be on there Friday, man. My brother has gotten another somebody else working, but he was like, I might not need you. And I was like, I might not want to come anyway. 9mm is around 23 cents here for a round. That's not bad. Pre-COVID, it was 17 cent, 15 cent. So That's not bad at all. I've seen stuff like $1. Uncle Jim, hey brother. I haven't seen a video for Uncle Jim, I don't think. Well, yeah, I have, maybe. Shooting a bow and arrow. That was pretty cool. CB said he saw 100 rounds a few weeks back for $32 for a box of 100. It was the best I've seen in a while. Yeah. There was a gun show here recently, this weekend, and I wanted to go, but I'm going to tell you, I didn't want to pay $10 to go because I was like, everything's going to be high priced. But I wanted to go and see if they had some primers and see if I could, hey, can I get some at a regular price, but that probably wouldn't happen. Chap says, he said, I bet reloaders really hate small primer 45 now. G&G says he's I averaged 16 cents a round with 9mm before all of this crap went down. Yeah. Make sure I didn't miss any comments. Yeah, so I know Uncle Jim don't need primers, so I couldn't ask him. But Uncle Jim, if you needed to buy primers, what's your dollar amount limit? Tim Davis said, he said, I hope our new firearm owning friends don't get rid of their firearms when things go back to normal. Yeah, and that's a great point, man, because I've seen that. I've seen people like, I've also seen a lot of non-safety aspects of fire. Like I went to the range and I was like, I gotta go. I'll come back right before y'all close because I know they start putting people who are not members kind of out. If I've got a membership to my range, so when I walk in there, I was like, hey, put me in the corner. I want to be up against the wall. That way, if something does happen, I'm up against this wall. Only the bullets could come from this way, not from like when they put me in the middle. I gotta watch people this way and watch people this way. So, but yeah, I feel the same way, Tim Davis, man. I hope they keep them, but I hope they get a lot of training, the necessary training, because people take for granted, what's the saying? You don't miss the water until the well runs dry. So, Fuzz says Jim Chico wants his primers close by. That's Jim's probably still getting primers for that price too, $36.95. Yeah. I think the most I've paid was $39, but that was Federal small Magnum pistol. It said match on it, which I don't care. So you glue your primers on the wall. This is Big E says Dad found a small primer 45 coat. CB says I think was able to Graham rifle primers for me in Utah. Okay. Amazing things happen when people stop buying. Yep, I agree, man. And that's what I said before you jumped on here, Thor. I understand the supply and demand. I don't want to say model, but I don't even want to say philosophy. It is what it is, supply and demand. I understand how that works. And when people just buy, just think about when this COVID stuff just first happened. Y'all remember what happened to the gas prices? I ain't seen gas prices like that since maybe in college or late in high school or something like that, but nobody was on the road. So the gas prices start dropping and other stuff, that's not the only reason, but G23 says he's picked up 100 rounds of 9mm for $22.97. Another thing, oh, hold up, Tread said something. He said, with kids, get the mystery out of it. As much as I dislike the NRA, their Eddie Eagle cartoon is great for teaching young kids. Yeah, I've heard about that. I've got a buddy who is he's on YouTube. He's called the EDC guy. He's got a kids book, and I bought one. I supported him, and it's teaching. It's about firearm safety for kids, and he puts it in a child's format, and I bought it to add to our library. My son, I'm big on him reading hard copies of stuff, even though he has all the electronic devices he wants, but he still has to read hard copies of stuff because electronics fail over time. Preacher's Day off. Hey, brother. He said, just got here. What did he miss? Not much. I'm just random preacher. I've seen preacher making some cool pepper sauces and stuff like that. I've got a few more peppers in my garden that I need to pull. They're banana peppers. He said, Chap said you missed the CCI number 41 giveaway. Crazy Scotsman, hey brother. I miss Uncle Jim says Biden takes bribes for primers. There's your problem. The most I paid is $42 for federal gold metal match large rifle magnums. Thor's axe. I think he's making another great point. The 22 shortage, for instance, $80 a brick. A year later, $20 a brick. It's a fake shortage manufactured because of the election and this pandemic stuff. Yeah. And you know what, Thor, that's how I started. I started talking about that when I first jumped on here about the 22. When people was buying all the toilet paper, and I still haven't figured out what they did with it. I was buying primers and 22 ammo because that is the main round that my son shoots that I, kind of train him with because he don't like all that recoil for the moment. But today I was like, you want to go to the range? He was like, yes. Then iPad, I'm like, boy, I can bribe him real good because he'll shoot. He just want the iPad after. So that's what I use to get him. But I tell him a lot of repetitive stuff. Keep your finger off the trigger until it's time to shoot. Make sure the gun's pointed down range. And he needs a reminder. He's 9 years old, and he has other issues. You know what I mean? Those of you who don't know, my son is ASD. He has autism spectrum. He's on the autism spectrum. So that don't make him dumb or nothing like that. I just have to reiterate a lot of things to make sure he understands. Red October said toilet paper will be in demand again when the second lockdown happens. Yeah. I was talking to the ladies at the store tonight. They were in Walmart. I've got like 4 Walmarts within a 5-mile radius of my home. And they was like, the shelves are starting to get empty again. And I'm just like, when are you people gonna learn? I'm not like a prepper like that, but I have supplies. I have, dry goods, canned goods, rice, beans. I know how to make a fire. I can shoot pretty good. I know how to fish. I'll be honest, I've never hunted. I've wanted to, but I think that's gonna probably change here soon. Preacher said I'm trading hot sauce for hours. Yeah, it's Elster says, so what's the newest cartridge you've been reloading? Okay, I've got that answer. Do I have something right here? So that's 5.56.223. I never intended on reloading 5.56.223 just because I was buying it at a price 2-3 years ago, maybe 12 cents around, something like that. It was, y'all know I'm a deal seeker. But when I bought my case feeder for my Dillon, I ended up getting 308 dies and 223 dies. So the reason why I started doing 308 first because I had a lot of suggestions from a lot of my brothers in the reloading community. They was like, but I thought I was gonna do 223 first. And they was like, well, you got 223, you got plenty of it. Work on 308 because it might be a little easier. And I've come to learn that loading for rifle is a bitch. And I'm just, excuse my language, but that's what it is. It's the brass prep. So now I'm getting into 223, working on doing the brass prep and stuff like that. I think it's time consuming, but yeah, so that's what I'm working on now, Elster. It says don't tell what you have stocked up on. Yeah, I know. 50 stack just in case, yeah. But yeah. So 223 55. Well, 223 is gonna be the next one the one that I'm working on now. MCK, hey brother. Andy, good night, brother. Thanks for stopping by, man. So yeah, that's what I'm be working on soon. As always, anytime I work on a new caliber, I get those butterflies in my stomach, like I'm going on a first date or something like that. You know, not really, but so when I actually go pull the trigger on the first rounds of 223, and then I think I just got. I'm sorry, I have 55 grain, just your basic Hornady projectiles. Yeah, 55 grain Hornady. So let me see what did he say about 5.56. I gotta go back to Todd. Let's see. He says that if you have a 1-8 twist with a barrel 16 inches, hunt down some 60 grain Hornady VMAX bullets with some barget powder. Just performs in anything I feed animal 16 to 20. Yeah, I do have a 1-8 twist. My first, I've got a older, one of the first ones, like the first production, not production, but the first models, the earlier models of the M&P Sport, and it's got a 1-8 twist barrel in it. Pretty sweet rifles. My first AR. Preacher says I got 2 gallons of Tabasco sauce in the fridge. Christmas time will be hot this year. Yeah. G&G said, okay, y'all. I was taking a study right now. I got to get back to. Oh yeah, G&G. Good luck to you, bro. He's doing the gunsmith in school, man. Good luck to you, brother. Hope it all works well. I know it will. Papa's Play working on 6.5 Creedmoor loads for a new Savage 110 tactical. Cool. He said that'll take the paint off the car, that Tabasco. Yeah, Fuzz, it's good to be back on. I'm if some of y'all didn't hear, I will more than likely be on our Friday chat because my brother has gotten a new helper, and he told me he may not need me, so he's probably gonna work with him Friday without me. Because when I'm no nonsense when it come to work. I'm like, let's get it done. You know, I got stuff to be doing. So automotive work is either you with it or you ain't. You know, if you're scared to be dirty, if you don't like to be cut, trust me, I'm doing some motor mounts on a Tahoe right now at the job, and they rough on the vehicles are emergency personnel, police and stuff. So yeah, broken motor mounts. Uncle Jim, yeah, I'm you know what, Prime delivery for the kids. I'm wondering how this Black Friday is gonna be. Another thing, I know all of y'all seen it. If you need reloading stuff, probably buy it now because the price is still continuing to rise. Where's my little cheap press? My cheapest press. The cheapest one. Let me get it. Look up this press right here. If you look up this press, it ain't the Rona, trust me. This press right here, I was scrolling through my Amazon the other day. I paid $27 for this press. You go look up this press right now and see how much it costs. Oh man. It's crazy. Preacher Day also he had COVID for the last 7 days. This is the mildest virus I've ever seen. See you, Todd. It looked like he stepped out. Appreciate it for stopping by, brother. I'm random. I get, at first I said I was gonna stop at 30 minutes, but I went over. So I'm definitely gonna stop at an hour. Kyle said he got the same one. Yep. I think Kyle got one that's a Dylan model. It's got all that tape on it. It says Dylan on it. Did y'all see when I put that on Instagram? Thor's X. Somebody stepped out, but appreciate it, brother. Whoever, James Owens. I ain't seen you in a minute. He's I got more money and ammo than guns right now. Yeah. Let's see what else. What else? Yeah, MCK. I don't think it's gonna be the same. But I would definitely. Oh, okay, Kyle. Sorry, but Angel's called. She's going into surgery on Tuesday. I hope everything's well, brother. Let me know anything I can do. Yeah, Red October. I've never done the waiting in line for Black Friday. I can't do it because too many crazy people out there. It's like they not giving away nothing free, and the discounts. If you really research Black Friday, it's manipulative. You know what I mean? Where they raise the prices and then cut them a certain extent to make it seem like you're getting a deal. Not on everything, but some of that stuff is over. Not a real deal. He said, Bearded Stevie said getting greasy. Let's see. You titled this as a test and turned out to be a real chat. Yeah, Thor's X, I did, man. I haven't done a StreamYard so long. When I did the title, I didn't know that it was gonna alert everybody. I forgot. And when I clicked over, I seen Andy was the first one. He was like, "We be waiting," and I was like, "Oh man, let me go ahead and hit start broadcast." So yeah, yeah, I don't have much more to, let me go back to the bottom. Let's see. Funny gun guys are only good if you have ammo. Bad Billy, hey brother. Bad Billy's the man. I be learning from everybody, man. That you know what? That's one thing that my parents and elders around me, they always taught, never be too what's the right term? Never be too prideful to be like you can't learn anything, Nobody knows everything. I learn stuff from people, that I wouldn't think. So I'm good, man. It says MCK said my woman loves Black Friday hype. Yeah. Said CB said, did you get your carrier ready for the 4th and the 5th? Carrier. I gotta see what that is about. What's the 4th and the 5th? Kyle, he said, I heard that you shot those slugs. Thor's X, I shot those slugs. I shot one of them. It had some punch to it. Had some push. Paul, I mess that up every time I say it, but he's in our Jordan Shooting Connection sometimes. He said, just got in from casting. 350, 120 grain, 9 millimeters. G23 says, anyone have bets on him stopping at an hour? Yeah, I'm gonna stop at an hour, man. 4:30 comes early. GGW said he got his for free if you bought the manual back in '94. He's talking about his that press I showed. Yeah, I think last I checked, that press was like $50 on Amazon or something like that, or Midway or something. I've looked at it a few different places. So yeah, I think people gonna go crazy. Bad Billy, if there is ammo on Black Friday. I heard some stuff too about the primers that they're sitting on it. They're sitting in the docking yards or whatever. So I'm not gonna be fighting with nobody over no damn primers. That's crazy. Adios, fellas. See you, James Owens. Thanks for stopping in, brother. About to start reloading soon. 10 millimeter. Bad Billy, way to go, brother. Yeah, 10 millimeter. That's a nice round. I've shot a couple of them with my buddies. Yeah, I'm just sitting back and waiting on. I don't want to say waiting on stuff to cool down, but hopefully waiting on stuff to get some normalcy. He said for the 4th and the 5th, 3rd vote today, 4th and the 5th is around is destroying. Yeah, I'm actually waiting on. I've got a can sitting in the ATF jail, and I started to go shoot it today because I got it at my local gun store. I started to take my son to go shoot it, but they had like a 22 match today, so I didn't want. I knew it was gonna be a lot of people there, so I didn't want to go. So, but hopefully, I'm not counting. Hopefully, sometime by December, maybe. I think it's gonna be more like February. So, Bad Billy says, if I score primes, I will hook anybody up that's low. Bad Billy, have you? I don't think. Have you reloaded before? I know Bad Billy's got He's got plenty 22. He says GOAT form. Charles Irby. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. I'm watching that time. I got 4 minutes and 30 seconds almost. So yeah, let's see. Let me scroll back up. Yeah, random ass chat. I will, like I said, I will be more than likely on the Georgia Shooting Connection this Friday. And I don't know the topics, but I'm gonna try to use a wired connection because my internet be messed up sometimes. So he says, Bad Billy 10mm G20 is my nightstand gun. Pretty easy to load for. Let's get this party started, yeah. Oh, that's what I thought, Bad Billy. He said I'm new to it. Yeah, man. So look, being that, it's plenty of people, you know, that can help. And if you ever need any advice or you got questions, you can always, man, stop by our videos, not just on our live streams, but even on somebody's videos. I know for a fact, Squats Reloading, he does 10mm. I'm sure Chris 338 does 10mm because he says pretty easy to load for. Paul Harview, I say that messed up all the time. Is 10mm a large primer or small? Ooh, I got some 10mm brass somewhere. Like 3 pieces. He says large primer, 10mm. Yep. Tread, TRN, Discord. It's a lot of help in the reloading community. Bad Billy, for especially since you just started, man. We'd be happy to help. I think, I think that's one thing about this community of reloaders, man. Everybody will help, give you advice. Everything works different for every for different people. But Reloader 762, hey brother. Said putting the last kid to bed. Y'all be good. There's your problem. Thanks for stopping in, brother. I really appreciate it. See, Uncle Jim says small. So I guess it depends. CB says 10mm same as 40 small primer. So large primers are easy to find right now. Picked up 1,000 the other week. Yep. Oh yeah, no problem, Bad Billy, man. 41 Magnum is small pistol as well. You know what? I shot Treads 40. I think that was Treads, wasn't it? At 41 Magnum, that thing was nice. It shot well. I liked it. And Chris says they make both. So it's I'm assuming it's like 45 ACP. When I separate my 45 ACP brass, it's small primer and large primer, and that's how I separate it. Why can't Charles? Why can't all primers just be medium size? Make life simple. Yeah, I thought about that too. When I first got into reloading, I was like, "What's up with all this?" With the 45, because I do load for 45, and I'm like, "Man, that's crazy." So, but I'm nearing the end of my time. Level Guns, hey brother, I'm just getting ready to shut this thing. Now I was just doing as the title says up here, I was doing a test, and I forgot how to, I forgot that when I start the StreamYard, it was going to send out notifications. So it just turned into an hour chat. So I appreciate everyone stopping by. See you, MCK brother. And all of you guys and ladies in the chat. It says 34, y'all. Nobody got to work in the morning. I do. I really appreciate it. I should be on Georgia Shooting Connection live stream. Y'all check it out. We do have our own YouTube channel if y'all didn't know, Instagram, and we got an email. So if y'all want to get at us, ask questions, or just message us on Instagram, or leave a comment on one of our videos, and we will get back with you. And we don't have those answers to those questions, we will find them. Yeah, those bird and primers. I broke a decapping rod on one of those. So everyone have a good night. I really appreciate it. I will see y'all at the next one. Peace, everyone.